Okay, so today we were filming a vlog. We were helping my grandma move, and you can see some of this right here.
Here, about to leave, already packing. Come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we.
Everything was going great. We were loading boxes in, getting some great footage. Everybody was having a good time. And I put my camera on the monopod like it was all day. Same one you see sitting behind me right here. And this is not something against that monopod because I love it. And a gust of wind. A gust of wind blew the monopod over. My camera fell over onto the cement. Luckily, the monopod hit first. Then the extra battery pack that I have on my camera hit second. Then the camera, including the LCD, hit the cement and spun sideways and flung this lens right off of it. Now this is an amazing lens. It's the Canon 10 to 18. The only thing that's bad about it is it doesn't do great in low light because it's, maximum is 4.0 to 5.6, but it's a fantastic lens. So what happened is, if you can see, I'm going to cut in the overhead shot here. This mount right here has usually 3 things. And because the camera fell down and flung and the lens went with it, basically what happened is these 2 broke off. Luckily not inside the camera, they kind of flung away, or maybe they were, and when I picked up the camera they fell out. I'm not sure about that. This one is semi-broken. So, first, what do? I check my camera, first of all, to make sure my camera was okay. I put a different lens on it, the one that you see now. I'm filming on the camera that got broken, supposedly. The LCD has like 4 little scratches inside of it, or dings, but if it's not affecting performance, I really don't care about aesthetic damage. But this lens looked at the element and made sure that everything was okay there. I was able to actually put it back on. It didn't stay too tight because it just had 1, and it did fire up. The autofocus worked, and the lens, or the element itself, the outside glass at least, didn't seem to be messed up. Luckily, it hit on cement, but it was flung onto grass. So, still can't use it. That means that this thing can't mount correctly to my camera, which means if I move it all, it's gonna basically come off of the camera or stop the recording because the camera no longer thinks that it's attached. It's attached by these conduits right here. So these, tell it how to autofocus. These are the things that basically communicate with the camera. So because the brad is broken off right there, or the lip is broken off right there, if any movement happens, it comes up and the camera thinks that there's no lens on it. Now when it's intact though, it works perfectly. Everything seems to work great still. So what we're gonna try to do, because I noticed that this is what's called a bayonet, a lens bayonet, is very similar to my kit lens. That one's kind of cool. Now, these are very inexpensive. This is actually from a different unit that I have, not my kit lens that I use on my camera for shoots and things of that nature. But I'm thinking, if they're the same exact size and same exact distance, that I could potentially, oh, that was no focus there. I could potentially use this for this. Now, is it 100% right? I don't know. All I know is that this lens, if I fixed, was gonna cost me about $200 to fix, when the lens itself only costs $300 or $279. It's on sale right now. And this lens only costs about 50 bucks to replace. If it works, I can buy the replacement part for less than like $9 or $19. So let's try. I may not suggest that you do this unless you're like, you know what you're doing. I've watched a couple videos to show me how to do what I'm about to do. I'm looking at these now, actually. I mean, that's more rubberized than this. I'm real nervous about doing this. Okay, so first there's these two little screws on the sides here. Right there. So we gotta take those out. Now there's 4 screws here that we have to take out. Okay. All right, so this pops up. Oh, sure. And it's totally different. That is not what I expected. So there is a ring connected to this. And it just comes right off, so that actually doesn't need to come out. Okay. Let's see about this one. I pulled on that one kind of hard, so let's make sure not to do that on this one. Same deal though, should have 2. One here. Yeah, I fucked it. Well, that's not good. I don't know what to do now, guys. I may have just fucked this other lens up too. Fuck! Okay, sorry about that. I did get the screw out. It is slightly stripped, but nothing we can't deal with. However, when I pop this guy off, it has a connector connecting it. You saw the first part. And this guy does not. So it appears that my initial thesis is probably incorrect. But it also says to me that if I can find this part online, that it's probably pretty easy to replace. Click it on, bam, I'm good to go, I think. So, I hope you've learned something today. At least you got to take a look inside of an 18 to 10 millimeter Canon lens without the back on. Kind of cool. All right, well, thank you for joining me today. We had a great time, not a great time, but we had a time moving my grandma out today. We had to look at her new house, which I don't have footage of because my camera was in this condition at that time. But it was all in all a good day. I'm very grateful that my camera didn't get destroyed and that this lens can actually still work again. All I need to do is find this part. So I either take it in to get someone to take out the 4 screws and put a new part on like this for 200 bucks, or I find this part and put it on myself for free. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you gained something from this, and know that even if your camera does break or something happens, it's not the end of the world. You can always do something to fix it. There's some great repair people, great shops, great tutorials out there about how to do this stuff. So let's put her back together. This is the older model though. So I do wonder this is the new model. They're exactly the same size, but this ring resembles this ring a lot more. Let's see if these work when I put them back together first before we try to go and do some other things. Pop it on. Okay, well, that seems to be working. Let's put this one back together with that lens on. Since that worked, shit. I bet that this will fit on that. That looks to be the exact same. I mean, look at that. Maybe we should throw our other lens back on there and put this one on there. I mean, I don't even have to guess now. I think it's the same manufacturing part. So if you break your 18 to 10 or your 18 to 20, probably, it's gonna have this same mount as the newer kit lens. So I should be able to order the newer kit lens mount, which they sell in droves, and it'll be about 20 bucks to make this repair. Whew. I mean, you don't know how much I was sweating that my camera almost broke and my lens could have been broken. You know, I realized the camera was okay. I was like, okay, that's great. But then my lens, you know, one of my, I think, better lenses because it's a wide angle lens and I can do a lot of different shots with it. And I glide cam with it all the time. You see my glide cam back there. And it's gonna get lonely. And you know I can glide cam on my 18 to 55 as well, but I'm just so relieved that out of all that stress, possibly losing thousands of dollars worth of stuff, I'm just gonna have to buy a $9 to $30 part and fix it myself. Thank you everybody for joining me. Hope you get a little bit out of this vlog. Ended on a little somber note, but I want to be able to fix this. And my grandma's all moved in, so